What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Landaris. You already know. L&L Line Service, Kansas City, Missouri, Blue Springs area. Back at you. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Lee Pro Corp. He checked out my video, and thanks for checking out my videos. And he brought something to my attention. I knew of it, but I wasn't utilizing it, and I really didn't know, to be honest. I knew and I heard about the float, but heck, all this stuff is still new to me. So, yeah, I want to give a shout out to him because he brought something to my attention that made this morning, like, a couple of driveway snow removals, man, stress-free and easy. I mean, it was like I didn't really have to think about, how hard I'm putting the pressure down, this and that. Now, I understand that it's good to have so I'll just tell you. So what I was doing, and being on this for the first couple of times, and nobody really showed me. I always heard, like, when I looked at some of the videos, other YouTube videos before I got this, they talked about a float system and all that stuff, and I didn't. I've heard about it, but I wasn't utilizing it. So if you look at some of my other videos, you'll see that I'm so-called, you can see that I'm a newbie. You can see that I'm kind of filling in with the controls, trying to get it just right on the pavement and things like that. And I was taking a lot of time doing that, but I did not know. It's just this simple. Just all the way down, and that's the float. I wasn't doing it like that. I was basically tapping it, and when I felt this, I thought this is as far as it goes. But it goes in the float system like that. That way you don't have to even worry about the pressure and all that stuff. It just floats across the pavement nice and smooth. You're not doing what I was doing. I'm hitting it, tapping it back up. I'm scraping it too hard. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Some parts of the pavement, you're scraping it too hard and blah, blah, blah. But you just put it on that float system and it just coasts. It just coasts. So shout out once again to Lee Pro Corp. Hey, that was so-called a game changer for me. So when I went out this morning and did a couple of driveways, man, I just put that thing down and just went, and then not worried about it too much. But yeah, shout out to him. Yeah. That was a big, hey, that made my morning. So when I was done with it, I was like, man, it was like a kid, like learning the best trick in the world. Even though I had it on here, I just wasn't utilizing it. So, like I said, shout out to him. And everything went good. And did a couple of more properties. So I just got to get this thing straight. So what I did was put a bolt through here, use the existing bolt down here to but this still comes off. So I think I'm going to get something where I could drill something right here and then attach something to it where this doesn't pop out, because the Velcro is not strong enough. It still vibrates out after a while. I just need something that's going to hold that in just to keep it there, because after a while this will vibrate out. And right now I got it sitting on here, but still, it'll still vibrate out and the shovel will come off. So I got to figure out something where I've seen them in the hardware stores or at the Felderman's or things like that where you get those little pins that you can put over top of it to kind of keep it just like this. Because like I said, eventually it'll vibrate and the shovel will pop out because the Velcro is just not strong enough. Just to hold it, so keep it in place. So I'm gonna figure that out. But all in all, the machine, you know, has been making some money. Like I said, I'm in the beginning stage of just doing residential sidewalks and residential driveways. So hopefully, just like everything else, you know, when I got my aerator, you know, I started out with not too many customers, just the customers that was asking for it. But now, you know, man, aerations is a big part of my my season. So hopefully by next season, this will be a big part, even though I'll be going out, you know, and doing more in December, January, and February. That's what I'm hoping to do, you know, just to keep money coming to catapult me into the next season. And if I could get somebody working with me, it could keep them busy, you know, as far as on the schedule during these slowdown seasons. So, like I said, man, that float system, I see what they're saying now, you know, about this machine. So with this machine, you got the option of a float system, and you got the option of down pressure, that you could put down pressure to this. And it has a good force on the down pressure. So I can see where that's a game changer compared to some of the other ones and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm liking this machine all day, man. I did find out that for some of my sidewalks in the neighborhood, you know, that this is still, the 4 foot is still a little bit too big, even when I angle it too. So for, you know, I think this is kind of more for the business side of sidewalks, which are a little bit bigger. But for the average sidewalks in my area, in my neighborhood, this 4 foot is still a little bit too big, even when I angle it. So, you know, I got to get out and shovel, but you just price accordingly if you know you got to get out and shovel the sidewalks and stuff like that. So you just bump the price up a little bit more, you know, just, you know, whatever you think is worth to actually get off and shovel, because you want to make everything easy as possible. You know, they did studies about shoveling and what it does to your body if you're just out there just shoveling all day, or, you know, they said something like after you're 45 years old, you know, you shouldn't be shoveling, like actually shoveling, you know, outside due to, you know, even if you got health problems and things like that. But they say, you know, shoveling just puts a big strain on your body, you know, and you're out there in the cold. You don't know that you're, you know, exerting all this energy. So they've done studies about just actual straight up shoveling, that after you hit 45 and up, you shouldn't be out there doing this shoveling. So that's where this machine comes into play. It makes it easy, it makes it fun. So if you're able to invest in some type of machine that makes your job a little bit easier, man, invest in it. Just invest in it. I mean, don't worry about all the are you wasting the money and all that. You got to look at your health and how much is this worth for your health, and to make the job easier for you and for future employees. So get it out the way. If you can afford it, just go ahead and do your research on it, look into it, and purchase it. And it's going to make money for you. It's going to make money for you. So don't think that this is not going to make money for you. You just got to build the accounts, let your customers know, and that's what I'm doing now. So once they figure out that I'm doing this, you know, they got an option. You know, I just got a phone call today and said, you know, can you come do my driveway? And they see you with this stuff, so they like, hey, can you take care of everything with my property? So we're looking to it next season, and I just got a customer just based off of me coming out and doing this removal, just snow removal. So had a couple of people stop me and ask me about it, and ask me prices and things like that. I'll get into my price structure later. I'm trying to see what works, the average, you know, seeing what works and things like that as far as price range and stuff. So you can make good money doing this. You can upcharge for salting. You can upcharge for the liquid brine, the liquid de-icer. You can do all this stuff to kind of upcharge, and you can even do pre-treatment. So you might be able to have a customer where you can come over and pre-treat the driveway before it even snows. So that's going to be another thing that I'm going to try to implement into next year, as far as calling my customers, letting them know, hey, let me come out and pre-treat. I'll give you a discount on the salt, but it's going to be a win-win situation for you as far as, you know, pre-treating it where it's not icing up. On top of that, it's going to be a win situation for me because it's not going to be as difficult to get the snow up and give it that nice look where it looked like you did something. Because one way or the other, Missouri is kind of like that icy type. You get ice down here a lot, so you do get snow, but things ice up quick around here, and you just don't want an icy driveway and dealing with that. But all in all, yeah, made this as long as it should be. But yeah, like I said, once again, shout out to Lee Pro Corp for giving me that advice. I did not know about how to make this go into float mode. Like I said, I thought that this is as far as it went. And shame on me for not, you know, checking with the manual or asking the dealer about it and stuff like that. You know, I just got on it, tried to test drive it, and you don't really have the snow when you buy it at the dealer. So it's like one of those things you just kind of learn. And thank God for YouTube, where somebody can see you and say, hey, idiot. No, he didn't say that. But, hey, try the float system. Push it all the way down. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that night I went down. I came right down and I pushed it as far as I could. And I said, oh, I wasn't never doing that. So I did it this morning, and it worked perfect. So thanks a lot. Shout out to you. All right, guys, like, subscribe, leave your comment, hit that bell button, do whatever you got to do, but you better do it. All right, guys, peace.